And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the VG Purist, and I'll be coming at you with some Season 13 action for the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs, where we are continuing to cover Round 1 action. And in the last bit, it was a crazy game, as it always is when you're seeing the Wood Elf play. You just never know how it's going to end, but it is going to be the Wood Elves hitting pay dirt by the end of overtime and taking the big W. The Baser did just get through here quite easily over the High Elf team, and then Spartaco in the first half basically won it for himself and held onto the ball throughout and was able to pull off the victory. But next up, we are going to see Mikethemachine playing against the Vampire team of Ungern. Let's go ahead and check that game out, shall we? Yes, we shall. I'm going to watch that replay. And of course, in my preliminary prediction, I did say that I liked the Skaven team. And for obvious reasons, Vampire team, pretty difficult to deal with. But only 3 Vampires on Ungern's team, so could cut down on the Nuffling done by the Bloodlust. So we're going to see how it's going to be handled here. As we see, we are in the Mikethemachine's Flea Circus Fanatics. The Skaven team taking on Ungern's Vampire team Football Champagne. And yes, Skaven team looking pretty strong, I'd have to say that much, but Vampires also looking pretty darn solid. But we are going to take a quick look at both of these team skills as we are set to go underway. And it appears that the Vampire team will opt to kick this ball away and actually not fool with this configuration whatsoever. But before we go too much further, yes, we are going to have the Vampires. Of course, the Vampire team has Vampires. Yes, indeed. Does have the Hypnotic Gaze inherent. Does also have the Blodge Sidestep with the +1 agility right there. And then more Sidestep with the Blodge ability. And of course, the Tackle with the Blodge and the Sidestep for the Vampires. But it's the Thralls. It's the Thralls that's going to have lots of level ups. And he does have this one here with the +1 in strength with the wrestle, and then the block guard with that thrall here, and then another wrestle fend and the tackle ability, more wrestle, and then there the kick thrall, and then the wrestle thrall right there, and that is going to be it here. Loads of guys to come in as well. Sure hands and the block ability for, I guess, the main ball carrier, as the Vampires are going to be the ones roaming around the field and getting those hits off whenever needed. So there we go. So Skaven team though, he's going to have loads of weapons here. Starting off with the Leaf, with the +1 agility, Strip Ball, with the Wrestle, and the Sure Feet Skaven Gutter Runner, and then the Dirty Player Line Rat in the front, and then the Storm Vermin with the block, Mighty Blow, guard, and the tackle ability, and then the kick with the block, and then another Storm Vermin with the claw, Mighty Blow piling on with the tackle ability for the other Storm Vermin. Very dangerous. And of course, speaking of danger, +1 in movement allowance with the sprint. That's the one turner right there. And then the +1 agility with the guard and the block ability for that gutter runner. Very dangerous indeed. More gutter runners with wrestle, dauntless, and the dodge ability. Loads of line rats to come in to play for those guys that will possibly get injured. And we are underway, guys. As you see there, Ungern will also have a wizard for today's match. And a Bloodweiser Babe. So we'll see if this is going to help out the Vampire team. But Mikethemachine will have 4 rerolls and Nuffle Altar as well. So Nuffle Altar not really working out because it is Mikethemachine that has a huge team value advantage. And so the Skaven team, I guess, normally used to being the one down in team value, but not against a Vampire team with just 3 Vampires. And there are really not that many guys with skills, but still. Perfect defense, no blitz on the kickoff. And I have to say, the first 3 games on the opening kickoff, there was a blitz for the defense every single time. And 2 out of 3 of them was enough to win the ball game. And unfortunately, well, the Norse darn near won their game. So I have to say that even though the blitz didn't work out for the Norse team, I mean, absolutely, the blitz on the opening kickoff almost quite crippling against an offensive team who really needs to get quite offensive here. Skavens are going to have to deal with the ball in the front line. And look at that. The vampire team is going to be able to mark it up 3 times over because of the short kick. So pretty good stuff. Storm Vermin's got to go around the right side and push him into the ball. That's going to be a little bit dangerous because the ball could land in the hands of the vampire team, or even worse yet, on the other side. And look at that. Vampires, they are looking pretty good now. Ball is going to continue to stay on the line of scrimmage, and that is horrible. So the Skaven is going to have to get another hit in. And again, if the ball gets to the other side, then this is going to be disastrous. And the ball is going to get into the hands of the vampire team. Oh, damn. That is, uh-oh. That is going to be a little bit disastrous here. Oh, man, I wouldn't even say a little bit. But thankfully, though, these vampires, they don't have sure hands. So I do believe there is going to be a blitz left. And he does have a strip ball wrestle gutter runner. Just needs to open up the space at least. But it looks like, no, he's going to go and float in the backfield here. And just going to hang back for the time being. So the vampire is actually going to end up with the ball. Dodging away. And going to stop that on the die. And going to stun himself. And so far, this first round not going quite well here for the Skaven team. The vampires might be able to pull something out of the hat here. He's now able to just play defense and then take the ball away without actually needing to play defense. So, my gosh, I have to say it was pretty risky to get the ball pushes there, and if the ball lands on the other side, I mean, so risky there. I would almost wager that maybe you should just try a 4+ pickup or something like that against 2 tackle zones of the vampire team with your gutter runner, and then dodge away. That, I think that might have been the better play, but still, it is where we're at. If the ball would have bounced in a good way, then that would have been okay, I suppose. But there's another here. Big injury vampire. He did bloodlust, and so even though the Skaven did lose one, Thrall is going to get bitten. So it's going to be a stun, and that's beautiful for the vampire team. More bloodlust. Boy, 3 vampires on the pitch, and 2 of them has already bloodlusted. But I suppose A-okay though, and we'll be able to get the hypnotic gaze out and give him a little bite as well. And there's the KO on the armor value break. Vampires, the left side is absolutely wide open, but I suppose at this point the vampire is going to be content with this man holding the ball. He's got 4 strength, does have the 4 agility as well, so it's going to be pretty difficult for the Skaven team to get that ball out, I guess. Well, actually not too bad, because it does have the strip ball and the wrestle right there in the backfield. So at this point, just has to wait for when the Skaven team wants to just jump in there with them and risk the leap and the jump in for the ball strip away. Man, this is great. If I was the vampire team, I'd feel pretty good right now. Not only that, it does have the wizard here on the sideline from as well. So, I mean, looking pretty darn good. Potty man with the mighty blow, with this claw, will be able to get the stun out, but not going to get anything more out of that one, as the Skaven are going to be putting all of his guys on the right side. Not afraid of the turnaround on the left side here, I suppose. But the vampires, not really doing much, just wants to punch the Skaven team. I don't blame him here. Our value 7, it's going to break one day. And with that, you'll be able to get lots of SPP. There's a nice little armor value break. Gonna get the stun here. Vampires, one of those things there that they have is that 4 strength. So it's out-muscling the Skaven team at this point. Vampires. Not going to miss a beat. Just going to get the cage up. Force the Skaven team to do something a little bit crazy. So far, though, the Skaven coach has opted to go for patience here and not going to go for the gutter runner dodge in play. But he does have 6 armor value. And now with that foul and with another guy going out, we may see this gutter runner do some crazy plays coming up. But not yet. Looks like it's not going to do it yet. Going to hold on to this leap gutter runner for the time being. John Doe 4. He's going to go down to the injury. And that's not the Storm Vermin with the claw. But we'll take that, ladies and gentlemen. Storm Vermin will be able to open things up. And I don't know if he wants to mark the ball. I suppose if he does mark up the vampire, it almost doesn't matter. He should be able to get at least a block and then a blitz, if anything. But looks like no, he's going to opt to get the foul off from the dirty player, Line Rat. And with all of these guys around them, we'll be able to produce an injury on the Thrall. And no call on that foul. That's going to be too bad, though. But that's why we get dirty player. Continue to get those fouls off. You got to use them until he's blue in the face or fouled out. And there's another hypnotic gaze, just for funsies. As the Bloodlust. And the Bloodlust is going to be chewing down on yet another Thrall. But just going to be a stun here. Going to continue with the 4-point cage up. Well, actually 3-point cage. I thought it was going to be a 4-point cage until he walked away. But he did get the blitz out. And they're going to take down the dirty rat. You dirty rat. He's going to be okay here. Vampires looking like they're in the driver's seat. And if we can score here on the Skaven possession half, what a good time would that be. If he's able to hold it to the 8th round and score it by the end and not even allow the Skaven team for an answer, that would absolutely be what the Vampire would need to win this game right here and move on to the 2nd round. We really haven't seen Vampires go deep in the playoffs whatsoever by any coach as of yet. There's the foul. We'll be able to put the boot in. And there's oh, VGP. He's gonna get sent off. I say nay. Keep him in there. With a name like that, he's a winner, right? But instead, he's gonna go out. VGP doing what he needs to for the game, and not gonna get any more fouls out. We'll be getting blitzed down. The Vampire, gonna get an injury on the thrower. And he does have that leader ability, so MNG, but not gonna blow the Apothecary here. Vampires looking so good now. I have to say, even though there's been just 3 vampires, Bloodlust has been coming out a little bit more often than not. You figure that there's 3 vampires, 1 in 6 chance of that happening, so every other round the Bloodlust should happen, but it really feels like there's been a Bloodlust every single round, if not 2. But I think that last round, no Bloodlust was done, so I guess you can nix that one. So the next round we should see a Bloodlust. just judging by statistics. But holding on strong to that leap gutter runner. Does again have that strip ball. Both down, that's not good enough. Wants to get him away. And will step through this time after the push. Going to continue to have the leap strip ball man in range. Maybe the 2-die block here. Not good enough there. So here comes another 2-die block. But he's going to Bloodlust. So more both down die. And he's going to have to bite the Thrall behind him. Oh, actually, no. He re-rolled that Bloodlust. He re-rolled the Bloodlust, guys. So here's the +1 in strength. Didn't want to bite the +1 in strength. And the Wrestle Thrall. We'll finally get that Storm Vermin down, though. Will that be enough? 6 movement allowance. Really tried to dodge away here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he's going to continue to stay right there. And I do believe this is the time right here. Gutter Runner with that Strip Bob. This may be the play coming up. No, he's just going to continue to just play solid and strong. Both down die. And going to get the Wrestle. The Wrestle. And I guess as long as the Vampire stays away, then he'll be okay with this. But the Vampire is in range for this touchdown. But again, the Vampire team, he's just going to hold the ball to round 8. And so, quite honestly, I guess this is why the Skaven team is not too much in a hurry at this point. Because he knows that the Vampire team wants to hold the ball until the 8th round. And I guess, again, on value 6 for that Gutter Runner. Doesn't want to risk him getting injured, because if he loses him early, it's going to be the Vampire's possession half in the next bit. So definitely needs him on defense, especially facing against the Wizard. Oh boy, if the Vampire team does score it here against this Skaven team and he still has the Wizard, this is going to be an absolute test of strength, test of metal here for the Skaven team, because how can he come back from here? It appears at this point that my pick is in danger. So far, I'm what, 3 for 0 on all my picks. 3 for 0 on all my picks, and I'm absolutely feeling pumped about that. After the first round, I'm pumped with my picks, but I could be wrong on my 4th pick here. Dodge away, try, Thrall. He's not going to be able to get away, and now it appears that there may be an opening here for this Skaven team. He might actually have an opening. And this Line Rat, well, nobody's around him, so he may be thrown to in the next bit. Dodge away. And he's going to go ahead and get right in front. Tie up the Vampire. And the Line Rat, he's going to go down the pitch. There we go, see? He's running away. And I do believe we're going to see the Blitz now. Yes, we are. And here's the 2 red die block, and he doesn't even need to get the Wrestler or anything. Defender down die. That is a beautiful KO on top of it as well. The ball is going to come out. The ball is going to be in a good spot here for the +1 in agility. Good runner to pick it up against 1 tackle zone. 3+ dodge for the 3+ pickup. Going to be dodging away. He's going to be moving around the right side. More dodges. More miracles. Yes, he's going to be able to get through. Just using the dodge there at the end. And this is going to be a crazy, I think, 4 or 5+ throw. No, it's going to be 4+ throw with the +1 in agility. No, it's going to be a 3+ pass. Man. And he's going to muff the catch there, but it doesn't almost even matter. So the Wizard, it's going to be used on the Line Rat, who's going to be closest, and that will prevent the touchdown. But now the Wizard is going to be used on that man here. And the Skaven team will not have to worry about the Wizard in the second half, but the damage may have already been done. Will be preventing the Skaven team from scoring on his possession half. So that right there, my friends, really good stuff here. Vampires may have just barely have done enough, but I can't believe it. Did not get knuffled on any of these dodges, and the throw and the catch, just muffing the catch there. Just barely muffing the catch. The 5 agility throw, I mean, just so good. Gonna be bloodlusting out of there, and doesn't want to bite anyone and risk any more injuries. So gonna allow that bloodlust to go away, as the Skaven team cannot win whatsoever. But we may have a Vampire try here by the end for a touchdown. try to get him down. We're going to try to get some more Blood Bowl action coming up, guys. Don't you guys go away. I believe I'll be able to do one more game. Maybe. Maybe not, though. No, I don't think I'll be able to get another game going because I have to play Pandemic 2 afterwards. Playing it with some of my buddies there. But the gutter runner, he's going to make off with the ball, but he can't score it. But really wants to make it to where the Vampires won't have a miracle try by the end of the half. But damage definitely has already been done. Won't be able to score it here on the Skaven. And I have to say, what a great time for the Vampires. Stopping the Skaven team. Very potent offense as well. So it's just one of those things. There's the 2-die block and gonna fail it. And no worse for wear, but still would have loved to take down that line rat and perhaps get another injury off. As we head into the second half, 0-0, the Vampires capitalizing on a very short kick where the Skaven team tried like crazy to get the ball away from the line of scrimmage, but unfortunately the ball bounced right into the hands of the Vampire team and he was able to move the ball down the pitch. Unfortunately though, going to lose there by the end, and darn near actually makes it away from danger and almost gets a touchdown himself. But Vampires does have a shot still at winning the ball game. Wizard blown there to try to prevent the Skaven team from getting his own touchdown. So Vampires though does have the favor to win, but he still needs to drive the ball down the pitch. Too bad he just couldn't get that touchdown there by the end of the first half, but still definitely take that. He will definitely take what we see here as the Vampires are set to receive the ball. Again, guys, if you like what you see here, definitely hit that follow button. Definitely helps me out in the long run. More Champions Cup action right here. All of it, in fact. And I usually do this on Sunday, 6:30 GMT. Just so you guys can catch me. And definitely have some fun with me. But I do it throughout the week, but unfortunately since I am in American time zones, I'll be doing it quite late. There's the blitz on the kickoff and the ball is kicked quite deep there. So the gutter runners won't be able to take advantage right away, but that's okay. We'll be able to get a blitz here on the kickoff, and that's great. Should be able to get a blitz off here against the draw on the sideline, maybe get him out. And we'll be able to get the piling on with the mighty blow. And gonna get the KO on the follow-up, so pretty big hits here. And we'll be able to take out the thrall, so one less thrall to deal with. And not only that, open up some space here on the left side as these Skaven team is gonna try to move down the pitch and threaten the ball carrier. If anything, what we're gonna probably see is the gutter runner maybe try to dodge through the center and tie up the lone ball carrier. This is kind of the reason why I like putting two guys back here, not just one, because you could find yourself in a little bit of trouble if anything bad happens. So there's the leap, just the 2+ because he's got the +1 in agility. So there's the leap away, and he will tie up the ball carrier right there. He's going to play it aggressively, guys. I love this. So he's going to try to dodge around the right side. He also has +1 agility, so it's just 2+ dodges. He's going to fail that dodge, but oh, not going to be able to get through on the 2+. He's going to let that one go as well. Not going to use the reroll there, but he would have loved to keep him on the pitch. Ball is going to be kicked right there, and whew, that is going to be trouble. He does have sure hands. He's going to have to blitz him away, though. Going to have to blitz him away. 3-die blitz, just a push here. Luckily, no sidestep, though, to contend with, so he's going to be able to push him away from the main ball carrier and tie him up as well. Too bad this guy also got stunned as well, so won't be having him in the mix for this aggression coming out from the Skaven team. I love this aggression here. That's why I love playing this Skaven team. It's just, if it's in your nature and if it's in your personality to be aggressive, Skaven, that is right there, the pleasure. And also the Wood Elves. And he will get the ball pickup. And the GFI, not going to fail it here. He's going to move the ball away. Skaven might be able to have another shot at the ball, perhaps. And the KO up on the front line for that draw. Should be able to get down this guy right there, get an assist, get down that guy, and then again the Rats should be moving up and play quite aggressively. Should be able to get another assist right there. So afterwards, just gonna have these guys contend with in the backfield. So even if the Skaven team doesn't get any real pressure on the ball, all these front guys are down. There is no midfield, so all this action is going to be done here at the backfield, and that's not necessarily a good thing for this Vampire team. As you see from the position, he is absolutely in trouble. There's the leap away, and gonna get his man right into range. So there he is, gonna try and get to the ball, and he does have the Dauntless, so it will be a 2-die block with the blitz. And we'll be able to get the defender down die. Ball is going to come out. And like I said, unfortunately, this gutter runner is going to be down for the count. But GFI going to be able to get there on the 2+ pickup. We'll be able to get there. And this Vampire team, the aggression may be rewarded here. And as I said, no midfield now for the Vampire team. As you see, they are all down. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And gonna have to scramble to get to that ball, and it's gonna be difficult to get that ball out. Nice here, nice stun on that. And so like I said before, midfield just gonna be down, and this +1 agility will be back in the next bit. So even if the ball gets blitzed out here by the Vampires, and it's a great possibility because he's just got wrestle, so both down die still also good enough here. So here's the blitz, does have tackle, and just needs to survive the 3-die blitz. No, he's not going to survive, but like I said, he will still be able to get a +1 in agility, man, in range. There's an injury. May see an Apothecary used here, or not. No long-term injury, and it's just a wrestle with the Dauntless, I guess. But this is the second half here. Mikethemachine holding on strong to that Apothecary. But I guess at this point, really wants to save it for Marcus Lakeut. And going to fail the GFI here to try to get the 3-point cage. As I said before, the Vampire team, there's no midfield, and only thing they can depend on is these guys right in the backfield. But that will place the ball way in the backfield, and it's such a dangerous spot. And even though the Vampires got it, sure, he's got 4 strength, 4 agility, but he still has the gutter runner with strip ball and the wrestle ability, so not out of the woods as of yet. And no guard for either of these guys, so even though it's going to be a 2 red die block, again, all he needs is a wrestle, all he needs is a defender down, defender stumbles, and a push to get that ball out. So loads of things on the dice that would really help him out. Skaven team putting on the pressure, and like I said, needs to take away the midfield here, because if the Vampires does get away, then he'll be able to get these midfield help. But gonna continue to play it patient. Boy, how many of us would just absolutely just blitz the ball carrier right now, right here, right now. But instead, the Skaven team, knowing that the Vampires are in just so much danger, is going to have to contend with all kinds of aggression here, and going to continue to make this ball carrier feel quite uncomfortable. Death injury on the right side, that's definitely going to help out. Boy, that could have went easily the other way, but luckily the Rat, he was not the one to take the hit, and the Vampires going to try to get the blitz down. Defender stumbles, he will be able to get him down, and the Vampires may have a slight opening here on this dodge, coming out to try to right the ship. And he does get away. Just gets away. Luckily no bloodlust either, because he would have been in a little bit of trouble. He would have had to do GFI to get in range of a thrall. But no bloodlust here. Here's the foul coming out. And not going to be able to break armor. And there's the last of the dodges here. Not going to be able to get through on the 3+. And here we go. We're going to see yet another 3+. I mean, not a 3+. We may see another blitz here on the 2 red die block, I think. Cannot allow the Vampires to slip away here. The vampires are really whittled down at this point. Vampires. Only 3 vampires on the pitch here. And loads of thralls, in fact. But slowly but surely, each one of these thralls has been going down. And Mikethemachine gonna continue to play very strong, very solid. Even though he's got a strip ball with the wrestle gutter runner, not using him as of yet. What patient play? Will it be rewarded? That's the question. But here's the mighty blow, piling on with the claw on the vampire. Just gonna be producing a stun. And yet another stun right there. That can be ill afforded here by the vampires. More stuns here, and that will pretty much stop her up. The forward momentum might actually be able to get through the storm vermin there, actually. So here's the blitz coming out. Does have a bit of opening. Both down die. That's not good enough, so he's going to have to re-roll that. One more re-roll for Ungern. Turn 12. Plenty of turns here for this vampire team to try to hold the ball. Cannot allow the one-move touchdown gutter runner to get in and get into the action and make it to where he has a chance. Oh, bloodlust right there. And now he can't even go up the pitch. He's going to have to stay right near a thrall if he hopes to continue to hold the ball. There's a nice one there. And he's going to get stunned here. And so the rats, because of the bloodlust, I have to say, bloodlust coming at very inopportune times. And if anything, Skaven team has to be thinking about the blitz now. I mean, this is the moment. This is the chance. He's going to be able to get an assist even on him. And so worst blitz yet is going to be a one-die blitz coming out from the strip ball and the wrestle man. But again, Skaven team wants to play it very strong, very solid. Going to continue to just make these moves first and then do any of these quote-unquote risky plays. But there we go. Going to get the defender stumbles. And here comes the blitz coming out here. One-die blitz. Actually, not a one-die blitz. Still going to be a 2 red-die blitz. And so maybe going to have to try to get another man over there. Yes. There's the one-die. As I said, if anything, it'd still be a one-die blitz. And it's going to come over the top. Here it comes. One-die blitz. Push. That's good enough. Sidestep. And he's going to sidestep inbounds. The ball is going to land in an okay spot. This is probably the best spot it could have been here for the vampire team, quite honestly. But that was the last of the movements here for the Skaven team, so he wouldn't have a chance to pick up anyways. But still, we'll be able to get the hypnotic gaze up after standing right back up. And he will be able to get the ball pick up on the 2+, and we'll be able to move up. And is he going to hand off against tackle zone? Yes, he is. And no problem. We'll be able to get the catch because he's got the +1 agility. So just the 2+ on there. And after the 2+ dodge away, might actually see the vampire score here by the end. Two-die block on the blitz. After the hit, he wants to move the ball up and try to get away from danger. Vampires, after the huge aggressive play by the Skaven team, Vampires will be able to move away. Still needs to contend with a few more blitzes by the strip ball and the wrestle gutter runner, I think. And again, in the end, he should still be able to get at least the one-die blitz, I think. This is going to go ahead and just do it. F it. 2 red-die block. That actually worked out a little bit better. Gonna have to re-roll that, but the skull is going to continue to stay up and gonna get knocked down for his troubles. Luckily though, on value 6 actually holds up. Gotta watch out for that. 2 red-die blocks. That's kind of why he hasn't been jumping in there willy-nilly. He's just going to continue to keep solid and make sure that he has a clean blitz, if anything. But 2 red-die block this time doesn't work out. Unlike last time where he got the 2 defender down die. This time, it's just going to be pulling out the skull. And it could have been anything else on the die. And unfortunately, still a skull on the 2 red-die block. And there's the foul on the armor value 6. Dangerous gutter runner. And just going to be a stun. And it's going to be sent off as well. So Vampire team going to be losing yet another Thrall to the win here. And boy, that's what? 4 guys out on injuries. 1 guy is going to be fouled out. 2 of them is going to be continue to get KO'd. The Vampires. What is it? 3 Vampires left on the pitch? Yes, and then three Thralls, which are way far away from the action. So if the Vampires get a Bloodlust by the end, that would be all too bad. No Thralls around to bite. He does have this Thrall, so there we go. 7 Vampires. And failing the GFI, and no reroll there. Gonna just save it for perhaps the 1-move touchdown try by the end. Vampires, they're not gonna score it as of yet, I don't think, but with lots of pressure in his face. Ooh, and a Bloodlust. And there we go. He's gonna be blitzing down the line rat over here and bite the Thrall. And hopefully he doesn't get out with a KO or worse, because he needs his Thrall at this side of the pitch. Oh, and it's a KO, so if there's going to be any more Bloodlust on this side of the pitch, he may be up the river. Oh, Bloodlust. Gonna be okay here. And I do believe that's enough. Gonna score the touchdown. 1-0. Ungern. Football. Champagne. 4 injuries for the Skaven team. The KO personnel is going to come back, but 4 injuries for the Thralls and 1 foul out, but 1 of the KO is going to come back. Luckily he does have another Thrall to come in from the bench, but what's this? 8 Vampires on the pitch to cover 11 of these rats. Is that good enough here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11 rats on the pitch. We'll have the 1-move touchdown gutter runner, but he doesn't even need to do the 1-move touchdown here. You just do a 2-turn touchdown and push this into overtime. So with this going to overtime, this will guarantee that this is going to be the last cast of the game, or last cast of the Blood Bowl action for today. So boy, oh boy, thanks for joining me so much for these casts of the Champions Cup of Season 13. Of course, if you guys like what you see here, definitely hit that follow button and subscribe. It really helps me out because, man, it just keeps you going, right? I mean, that's what we live on. That's what streamers live on, right? Follows and lots of energy drinks. Yeah. Alright, now this gutter runner, will he be the hero once again? Here's the kick. Here's the kick as deep as possibly can. Brilliant coaching. And the ball, man, it's way out. So with that, we'll give the reroll here to both of these guys. And now the Skaven are going to push up the ball up the pitch. They're going to do what they do best. But first, here comes the bashes in the front line. There's the mighty blow. And actually not going to pile it on either. He's going to save his rat, move up the pitch. Get lots of threats up the pitch. Make it to where he's going to have to sweat it out a little bit. Line rats going up the pitch. Loads of receivers. Gonna fail the pickup there. And gonna be forced to use the reroll there. And oh, the ball is gonna continue to get muffed here. So gonna get 1 at 36th here. And the Skaven team cannot afford that because he needs to make a 1-move touchdown. So now, with turn 16 coming up, he's going to have to make a longer throw than he really would have liked to. So here we go. He's going to likely have to maybe the handoff to this guy and then have to throw it down the pitch here. And then by the end, get the touchdown. But he does have this gutter runner right here, right where he needs him, so he can give it to him and then dodge away on the right side. He's got plenty of movement allowance, so not a big deal. But the Hypnotic Gaze gonna have the Vampire get the blitz in. Both down die. That's absolutely good enough. We'll be able to get him down. Nice. Nicely done by Ungern. Definitely noticing that this guy is the hope here for this gutter runner touchdown. 1-0. Are the Vampires going to be able to pull this one out? Is this even going to go into overtime? Thrall. Pretty good there. With the reroll. Going to dodge away. Finally going to get the ball pick up. Not going to get 136 this time. Here's the handoff. Where's it going to go? And here we go. There's the handoff. And we are likely going to see a pass. It's going to have to be a 3+ catch here. And a 2+ throw with the 3+ catch. And he's going to muff the catch. But luckily, one more reroll. He cannot get 1-9. And yes, he's going to be just fine. He's going to be able to dodge away. Oh, he needs to get this blitz here. He cannot get nuffled at this point. Cannot get two both down dies or even skulls. There we go. Gonna get the opening. That is gonna be necessary. And oh my gosh, the Lion Rat just barely gets away. 1-1. Couldn't count on the gutter runner, but does count on the Lion Rat to just barely make it through. And we are going into overtime, guys. And again, just in case you guys don't know, overtime period is gonna be 8 more extra rounds up to 24, and first person who scores is going to win the match. So watch out for that. Who's it going to be? Will it be the Skaven team, or will it be the Vampires? Vampires are going to be down all kinds of numbers, I think, but did have 2 extra guys KO'd, so maybe we'll get them back here. So one guy comes back, so the Vampires will be able to at least field 9 guys against the 11 of the Skaven team still. So it appears on the kickoff, and it looks like it is going to be the Vampire team. Oh no, Skaven team might be in a little bit of trouble. It is 9-on-11 though, so it's not going to be too bad of a defensive try, but all you need to do is score it, and all you need to do is just make it down the pitch. So the Vampires, if he's able to get a couple of injuries, especially on the line of scrimmage, maybe able to just square away the numbers here. The numbers disadvantage, and then after that, score it by the end. So the Vampires has a shot to win it. Blitz on the kickoff. That is tremendous. Anytime you see a blitz and you're Skaven or Wood Elves or even any other 4 agility team, you're just like, yes, this is my time. And here's the blitz on the left side. Just going to be a push, but that will be enough to open things up easily for gutter runners to scamper through. First of which is going to be the Lion Rat. He's going to move on through. Skaven team gets the blitz on the kickoff. How fortuitous. Will be able to get the +1 to Moon Lounge right underneath. And he just needs to survive 1 blitz. And 1 blitz only. Gonna just cover the left side here. He's gonna get blitzed down, I believe, but he's gonna dodge through, but not gonna be making it away. And the ball will be caught on the fly, so the Vampires really need to get this blitz off. It's gonna come from the tackle Vampire. Here's the Hypnotic Gaze. Open things up. Thrall's gonna move away. And gonna take away the support. So this is guaranteed 2-die blitz coming out. Needs to get it. Just gonna be a push, and with no more rerolls left. Oh, it's just gonna be a push. Just gonna be a push. Really just needs to put a screen up, but will it be enough? I don't know. It's hard to stop gutter runners when their nose sniffs the end zone. Hypnotic Gaze, but Hypnotic Gaze isn't good enough. You cannot Hypnotic Gaze the ball out of the hands of the other team, so oh no. Gutter runner just needs to make A couple of dodges away. Thralls gonna surround up the ball carrier, trying to make this a little bit more difficult to see. But I do believe with the Skaven team should be able to get lots of guys to help out here, and maybe even get a 2-die blitz here. Open things up. Defender down die. Okay, he's just gonna make it easier for himself. Why rush anything? Again, Mikethemachine has been absolutely playing quite strong, quite solid, not risking too much, gonna make the easier plays. How many of us would think, oh my gosh, I'm done with this game, just do some 3+ dodges and get the win? But no, he's gonna do the 2+ dodge, gonna hang back for the time being. Look at that, he's not rushing the ball whatsoever. He's just a machine, guys. He's just the machine. He is just the machine. Am I looking at this right? This is the Skaven's touchdown area? Or maybe did this thing flip automatically on accident? Well, regardless though, Skaven team has the ball. Vampires. This could be it. Skavens did reset the offense. He could have just did a couple of 3+ dodges, but opted to not do it. He's gonna play some offense, does have the numbers advantage. But at this point he just needs to pry open a hole, and he's absolutely reset, and he should be able to get a couple of gutter runners down the pitch at least. Get the score. Ugh. I just sneezed big time just now. Ugh. 2+ dodges away, and he's gonna dodge away here and get to the backfield. Okay, it's the vampires who went with the V, and the gutter runners, or the Skaven team, going with this icon there. Normally it's the other way around. It's kind of a little bit of a confusion there. I was like, wait a minute, is this the touchdown side? Getting turned around here. Skavens though, resetting the offense. Vampires just need to play some defense now. Try to continue to get these injuries out. Oh, gonna get skulled, and not gonna reroll there. Gonna hold on to his reroll. Too bad the vampire team didn't actually go and get aggressive and try to get down the pitch, because that would have definitely forced a reroll there. But no need to do a reroll on that bit of nuffling here. And what he really needs to do is just continue to keep these gutter runners up and make sure that they're okay. Both down die. Not good enough with that wrestle. Skaven team, like I said, reset the offense. A little bit dangerous to do so because the vampires could definitely play some defense. So far, so good. It's not making the Skaven team's jobs easy at trying to get this touchdown. But it is going to be advantage Skaven at this point. But will it go into kickoff overtime? Does have +1 move allowance with the sprint, so if anything can get down the pitch quite quickly. And there we go. This right side or left side is open, and does have a bit of a screen coming up. So is this going to be it? Gutter runner paving the way, and also going to be a receiver as well. So if anything, Vampires have to watch out for a dual threat. He's in range for the touchdown, but also this gutter runner, he's in range as well. So there's the blitz. Gonna take down the gutter runner or not. 3 pushes. And that's really too bad there. But at least no nufflings here by the bloodlust or anything like that. So gonna get the hypnotic gaze on the storm vermin and then on the line rat. But the blitz already been used, so nobody's coming in to blitz the ball carrier. But he's doing these hypnotic gazes to make it to where they can just be forgotten or something like that, not activated. There we go, gutter runner. So much movement. Gonna avoid all of the danger and really just needs to get the blitz away. Get another screen up if you can. And survive. Another KO. Boy, these KOs has just been tremendous for the Skaven team. Getting them pretty much every time you kind of needed it. But I guess when do you not need KOs, right? The Skaven team looking good. Just gonna reactivate his line rat right there, leap away, get the screen up, and with this, Vampires now are gonna have to just deal with a miracle and a miracle only, and trying to stop this touchdown because the Skaven team is absolutely in range. Dodge away, not gonna do it there. Last reroll. So what about that guy? So the Vampires really need to get something going here. Maybe it doesn't even need a miracle, it just need a couple of hypnotic gazes and that's it. So open things up. So here's the first hypnotic gaze. And they're gonna fail it. Oh, gonna fail it. And there's another fail on the hypnotic gaze. And now this vampire, he does have +1 in agility, but 2 + 3 + dodges. No go, even with dodge. And that, my friends, is GG. The Skaven team escapes what probably should have been a vampire victory. Wow. But nonetheless, Mikethemachine pulls it off with strong and solid play. Patient Blood Bowl pulls it back. How many of us would just do the 3 + 3 + 2 + dodge and just jump away and make the game-winning touchdown there by the end? But instead, he knows that he's up in numbers. He knows that all he needs to do is just play normal Skaven Blood Bowl. Does the shake and bake. Goes left, goes right, goes back left, and gets the touchdown there by the end. Loads of injuries caused by the Flea Circus Fanatics, but in the end it was those KOs. Really disastrous for the Vampire team. but that was what caused it to be quite close. Both sides pretty much even in blocks as well, and even on the armor value breaks, just a few more here for the vampire team, but in the end the rats, like just too much by the end. Gutter runners did face down the gun, but was in the end okay. 2-1. Mikethemachine moves on and will face off against the Wood Elf team of Pupak. A very classic matchup between those two, and I just don't know who to choose here for that match. But that will be it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Wish me luck for Pandemic 2 as we go on to February, where we have already lost the first 2 games in January. How did I lose? I don't know. But otherwise, it is a fun game. If you guys haven't already, please hit that follow button and subscribe on my YouTube channel as well. Try to get me over 1,000 followers here on Twitch. Would really appreciate it if I could, but I'm definitely over 1,000 already on YouTube, so definitely going to be one of those things where it just keeps me going, guys. It definitely does. And with that, thanks again for joining me. All you guys who have followed along, thank you so much for all of those follows that I did get already, and all those subscriptions. And with that, this is the VG Purist. More Blood Bowl action to come during the week, and then I'll be back on Sunday again, 6:30 GMT, once again to finish out the first round, as we are going to head into the second round. Take care, guys.